Is Sweden really Utopia? Is Sweden the honey that everybody wants to try? Is everything in Sweden so perfect? Is everybody in Sweden so happy? Welcome to my channel, guys. How have you been? Happy New Year. If you're bumping onto my channel for the first time, don't hesitate, just click on the subscription button below, turn on the notification, always comment what you'd like to hear from me or want to watch on my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being part of this family. Now, what we want to talk about, you've heard about all sorts of good things, all sorts of amazing things about Sweden, which is true. They are actually correct. There's so many things about this country that really will make you feel like you want to live here, you want to stay here. Question is, are there some negative things about Sweden? Are there some things that if you're an immigrant and you move here, you will get frustrated with? That's the reason for this video today, guys. I want to pinpoint to you what I have found so far frustrating since moving to Sweden. Of course, everybody talks about the weather. As you can see, the snow behind me, even though the sun is out, but it's really cold. So everybody knows about the winter being dark, depressing, and super cold. And in the summertime is super bright. Balancing the light and the dark can be frustrating to people who are not used to it, to immigrants, for example, or people who have moved here from other countries that do not have the same climate. So yes, the weather can be frustrating, and all of you know about that. The second thing is a queuing. Swedish people like to queue. You can queue to wait for a housing for years. It can be a long waiting, endless queue that you might end up not having a house, or by the time you get it, you've moved to another country. So that is the first thing that will frustrate you if you're gonna move to Sweden and you don't have an apartment yet. Be ready to wait. It's a wait and patient wait. And it's not only the housing that you have to wait. We're talking about waiting hospital queues, which brings me to the next thing, waiting for the bank account, to open a bank account. Now, that's the second thing that you're gonna find frustrating here. It's not easy to open a bank account. It's really frustrating. It's a time waiting, asking for so many things, and you can imagine that they have an online banking, most of the time are online, but they want you to appear in person to provide your identity card and to verify your identity, pretty much. But that can take up to 3 months. Yes, up to 3 months. Which brings me to the third thing that will frustrate you. In Sweden, which is nice, of course, to have a centralized identification system. They call it Bankid. That Bankid is provided by the bank. You use the Bankid to access a lot of things.
It's been 84 years.
Government pages, you use the Bankid. But you cannot get a Bankid without a bank account. And you cannot.
It's been 84 years.
So you have to wait, which means that Bankid is something you have to wait and wait in order to get it. There is a trust issue, which is quite a big thing in Sweden. So for them to give you Bankid, they must have asked for so many things that are, at the end, they're not necessary. Yes, so that is the third thing that will frustrate you in Sweden. The fourth thing that will frustrate you when you come to Sweden is receiving mail. Guys, the number of mails that are being sent, physical mail, is a lot. And you have to read them. I will urge you, if you're new in Sweden, read those mails, because most of them are important, by the way. Most of them are very important mails. So I urge you to do not ignore those papers. Read them. Read each and every one of them. So yes, receiving letters from different organizations, different offices will be frustrating. I kid you not. To me, that was not necessary for a person to receive so many, especially when you are trying to open a bank account, for example, or dealing with the tax office or immigration office, everything is about the letter. They send it, oh, we will send it through letter, we will send it through in email, and it takes time. You have to wait, hence the queue, hence the waiting time. So yes, be ready to receive a lot and a lot of mails. And I say to you, read those mails. They're important. The fifth thing that will frustrate you here as an immigrant or somebody coming from another country is receiving personal number. It can take up to a year for you to receive a personal number, depending on your residential status and the reason for being in Sweden. So that is something that you find a lot of people working in the tax offices, but they don't approve personal number that easily. It's the tax number. So yes, you will wait. Even if you have a job and you have, for example, if you come from another European country with a European resident permit, permanent resident permit, they will not give it to you immediately. You will have to wait. You will have to wait. And instead they will give you a coordination number that will help you to continue working and paying taxes. But you will have to wait for that personal number, which is the main number, which is everybody else asking for it wherever you go. So be ready to wait for personal number. The sixth thing that will frustrate you as a person moving to Sweden and you're looking into staying for a while to change your residential status, it's dealing with the immigration. Guys, you can wait up to 2 years to get your resident permit. Just be prepared. I'm just letting you know that these are things that will take time and you have to be patient and you have to be waiting. And the sad part is that whenever you call and ask for any update, nobody has an update. Nobody knows what's going on, and nobody has access to the newer information on your file. Before, they had an option to see on the website, you see the status of your file, where it has reached, but they took that away. They took it away, so you have to call and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and at the end of the day you find someone who will tell you, I have no update and I don't know what is going on. Which brings me to the seventh thing, which is customer service. Guys, Greece is worse in the customer service, but Sweden is more than Greece. You will call a number. For example, I'll give you an example of dealing with a bank. You call the bank, you talk to them, they tell you all jolly stuff about opening a bank account. They don't give you full information. They don't give you a full picture of exactly what's happening. Then you go to the bank and they tell you, nope, that's not it. We need that and that and that. The same thing happens when you call immigration. Nobody is there to give you the information that you need. Be prepared to get frustrated with the customer service. The eighth thing that you will be, maybe it won't be an issue, but for me, I find it a little bit awkward and not nice, is agree to disagree. Swedish people do not like to disagree. No argument. Is it majority? Yes, let's go. Yeah, that's it. Somebody has said it, everybody has to do it, and you don't have to say why you don't want to do it. So going in one direction as a sheep is something you will find a lot with Swedish people. Be it coming to politics. I love politics, but we're not going to talk about politics right now. Fashion, we're talking about holiday destinations. They're always either going to Thailand, Greece. Everybody's like, let's go to Greece, let's go to Spain, and it's about same direction. Everybody goes in the same direction. So thus until now, my time in Sweden, I have picked up some things that really get into my nerves, and I would be happy to hear your side. What have you found so far that is frustrating since you moved to Sweden, or now that you're living in Sweden? We can share that through the comment. Till next time, I love you guys. Happy New Year. Take care of yourself. you and your family. Love you.